thought about the things that are lacking in your province or in your city? Have you sat down, just sit down, look at your city, look at your province, look at your wherever you are. What is missing? What is that thing that people need that it is not there? And if you feel like everything that people need is here, go to a small city. Go to Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your favorite girl, Emily. I'm a Nigerian content creator who lives in PI, Canada. If you're new here, you're welcome. If you're an old subscriber, thank you so much for stopping by again. So I film about lifestyle, immigration, family, and basically anything fun in Canada. So I've been seeing a lot of misconception, and I just thought to make a video concerning that. This is gonna be my first video of the year, so I'm gonna say Happy New Year to you all. I hope this new year gives you peace, prosperity, and that you achieve all the goals you've written down to achieve in the year 2025. So guys, a lot of people have been posting on social media, and maybe I'm just gonna put a few posts on the screen so you can see that don't come to Canada in 2025. They don't advise you to come to Canada in 2025, and I'm just here to address that. And this is for like my subscribers or people that are always in my comment section, just to give you guys like tell you a bit of my story, so maybe you can think about that when you put in your application to come to Canada, if you understand what I mean. So I came to Canada in 2023, right? This year makes it 2 years in April 2nd. That was when I landed Canada in 2023. And I must say, sometimes when you come to a new country, the only thing available at that time may be survival jobs, and just because you're doing that survival job does not mean that you don't have where you're going to, if you understand what I mean. So just because I'm a cleaner or I'm washing cars just to make a living doesn't mean that I don't know where I'm headed. So there's this misconception that people would say that, maybe let me not say it's a misconception, I would just say that people have been saying that, oh, there are no jobs, the immigration laws are getting tighter, things are not the way it used to be in Canada. People that are even here, they have good, they studied goods, they have good occupation back home. They came here and they are still not able to find a job, and the people advising you to come to Canada are just agents that want to take your money. And see, I am not an agent. I don't do Canada documents for anybody. But I must say, if you ask me, is it worth it to come to Canada in 2025? I would stand and say yes. And the reason why I'll say yes is that most people that I have seen, let me say most communities that I've seen, because I'm following quite a number of like African YouTubers and Indian YouTubers. So quite a number of these people are living in bigger provinces like Toronto, Vancouver. They a big province where everything is just like, let me explain. So you as a person living in Toronto, you have BSc in maybe software engineering, and there's somebody there that has a master's with 10 years of experience. You know that the competition is high. When somebody, like when a company, let's say like Apple, is gonna employ like you come for the job interview, and this person with a master's with 10 years of experience come for this interview, and you with a BSc with just 1 year of experience come for this interview, who do you think is gonna get the job? Who do you think is gonna get the job? Like, a lot of people, when they hear Canada, the only thing about Toronto, Vancouver, maybe Saskatchewan, they're not thinking of what is wrong with the Atlantic provinces. Why are you guys not migrating to the Atlantic province? And it's not because I live in the Atlantic province. I'm just saying that the Atlantic province has so much to give that people don't even know. Like, why must you look for a job when you come to Canada? Why can't you be an employer of labor? And I'm not saying this because I am an employer of labor. I'll say this. So I moved, like you guys, if you watch my previous video, you will know that I moved to Canada due to the war in Ukraine and all of that, and we went to Germany and all of that, and then we came to Canada. But I have somebody that I know as well that moved from Ukraine to Germany and from Germany to Canada, and he's doing so well in Calgary. He started his business. It's very popular there. Like most people that I know that moved from Ukraine, when they came here, they started businesses. And did you ever for once think, why did they start the business? Like, why is it that they started businesses instead of working? So I'll say something. In my own province, I'm not going to talk about every other person's province because I just know about my province. In my province, there's something that they do every year, I think twice a year, and this is just for like young entrepreneurs to come out and pitch like their idea of whatever innovation or whatever they want to do in PEI, and they pitch, and at the end of this contest or whatever, they get money, which is classified as a grant, and this grant, they use it to start their business. I've seen like a lot of people. In fact, I used to live, if you watch my previous video, I used to live with a family of 4 or 3, if I remember vividly, that I said that the mother wanted me to do the house chores when I first came to Canada. So I heard about that grant from that man because he actually won that grant, and that is what he used to open a taco shop here in PEI, and his taco business is really doing well. It's in the PEI, in the Summerside Mall, and he said he won that grant, and that's what he used to open a shop. So that was the first time I ever heard about that grant, about that PEI government or Innovation PEI can sponsor you if you have a creative idea to open a business here. And I know it's not easy, but if you really believe in what you're doing, you know what you want, you can write out your business idea, like everything down, your business plan, you can go pitch. Like, I don't know if other provinces offer this, but like my province offer it. And when I plan to open my daycare, I can say for sure that the province was really helpful for me opening this daycare. They offered grants available for me, like for anybody that wants to be an early childhood educator. They offered grants for them to be able to, and it's not small money. It is not small money. I'm not even going to lie to you. The first grant, I don't want to talk about the amounts, but they paid for my fencing, like fencing of my family home center. And if you know what fencing is, like the cheapest fencing that you can get to fence your entire family home center will be nothing less than 18 to 20,000, and the government paid for it. They paid for like cots, cribs, like all the things in this classroom. The government paid for it. So I'm not saying that everybody has to be like an ECE teacher or to open a family home centers, but like there are grants in other sphere, like other fields that you can actually just explore and open business. You don't have to work for anybody. And I know that some people will come across and say, what if I don't want to open a business? What if I want to work for somebody? Then you have to take out time to look at the jobs that are in demand in where the province you migrated to. Like if software engineering, go on Indeed, look at it, look at what the requirements is, compare jobs and see what the requirements is, and get the certification. Like apply for, like you can't just sit down and say there are no jobs in Canada. I understand that there are a lot of people in a lot of fields, but like for me, I never give up. I never give up. I cannot say, oh yeah, it's so circulated, this that I won't. I'm gonna do my best and leave the rest for God. So if you're a business owner or you are somebody that is an entrepreneur, you see guys, I know that this video may be just everywhere, but I want to tell you that it wasn't even easy, because some people would say, oh, she was just lucky. It wasn't luck. I planned everything I wanted from the day I came into Canada. Actually, I came into Canada April of 2023. I was supposed to apply for that grant for Innovation PEI. I'll try to leave the grant on the description link or in the comment section. I was supposed to apply for that grant, but I was working in a care home and I needed to get my document. And I was like, if I get this grant, I cannot start a business, so I'm not going to apply. I'm going to apply the following year. And the following year was 2024. I was working in a bank and also working in a care home, and we needed to buy a home. I was like, if I get this grant and leave my jobs, because I have to, like, if they give you the money, you have to set up the business that you said you wanted to set up in the first place. That's why you applied for the grant. I'm like, if I leave this business, if I leave my job, how am I going to be able to buy a home? And that's why I was not able to like apply for the grants or do anything. There are 1,000,001 businesses that you can do in PEI. And this is not me saying that you should migrate to PEI, but if you have the opportunity, I would say go to smaller cities, go to rural provinces. Like in PEI now, there's no African hairstylist shop. I haven't seen. Maybe there is, but I haven't seen. There's no like African barber. We don't have it here. Like there are many things that I've done in this PEI for money, legal things that I've done for money, that probably I'll share maybe as the months go by or in subsequent videos. Like there are so many things, that many professions that are in demand, that you can make a lot of money, that a lot of people are not aware of because they're living in Toronto, they're living in Vancouver, like, and they're just gonna come on social media and say there's no job in Canada. There's no job in Canada. People are suffering in Canada. Don't come to Canada. The immigration law. See, there is no country in the world. I can beat my chest. There's no country in the world that their policies, their immigration policies, is as favorable as that of Canada. See, there is no country in the world. I've lived in Europe. I know people in Asia. They are complaining. To get documents is hard. Canada has the simplest, most effective immigration policies. Like their policies are easy. Like you don't even need to be an agent to apply for a Canada visa or apply for a Canada permanent resident. Like their immigration is simplified. Like you just have to go to the IRCC website and read everything and watch YouTube videos and you can apply for it. Like even in Europe, you may have like all the documents, everything that they requested, and you will still not get the visa or get the permanent residence. See, I know people that we left Ukraine together. See, let me just say 99% of the people we left Ukraine together living in Europe are still on the refugee status. It is very difficult for them to, what am I saying, 99.5%. It is very difficult for them to change their documents from refugee to work permit. But the people that we moved from Ukraine to Germany to Canada, almost everybody is now on a work permit or a permanent residence. So what am I saying? Canada is a favorable country if you know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing. In 2025, I will still say come to Canada. We don't have any fashion design, any African fashion designer in PEI. We don't have it. Like, okay, I'll say something. During the summer, I used to do car wash. You guys, there's a lot of things that this girl has done. I used to do car wash during summer. And you know how many people would phone in every day that they wanted to detail their car? Like, it was unbelievable. We couldn't even take clients because it was just me and my husband, and we couldn't do it. We couldn't do it. It was too much for us because I was already working 2 jobs. Like, you have like 4 or 5 bookings in a day. You tell the client, see, I can't detail your car. Have you thought about the things that are lacking in your province or in your city? Have you sat down, just sit down, look at your city, look at your province, look at your wherever you are. What is missing? What is that thing that people need that it is not there? And if you feel like everything that people need is here, go to a small city, go to a small province. In Summerside, PEI, there are many things that are lacking. There are many things that is not here that I know that people need. For me, I've always known that if I immigrate to a place, like even when I lived in Ukraine, I lived in a very rural area, like very rural area. Like for you to get transportation there, you need to drive. So what I'm saying is that, like, I don't want this video to be too long, and I don't want to seem like I'm condemning anybody or that I just got lucky or anything, but I'm just saying that if you know what you want, if you have skills that are in demand, if you are not suffering in your country, like if you feel like your country is unbearable for you, like maybe there's war in your country or anything, I'll say move to Canada. If you have checked and your skills are highly in demand, I would say come to Canada. If you're an entrepreneur and you've done your findings and say, okay, this team, this province I'm going to, they're lacking this or lacking that, come to Canada. It is still advisable to come to Canada than to be where you are and not comfortable. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. This video was not scripted or anything. It was just me letting you know that there are a lot of opportunities in Canada. And if you'll be taking my advice, leave your comments in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.